Good morning, guys, and happy Saturday to all of your sunshiny faces. I was up at 7:30 this morning, or like 7 o'clock, honestly. We ended up going out to the grocery stores. Went to Valley Produce and Aldi, and also to Menards too, because there was a couple things that we couldn't get at Aldi that we had to pick up at Menards. So I will share with you guys what's on the table. The thing is that I set out a bunch of stuff that we need to do for cookies today, and so some of that stuff's on the table, so I have to kind of share with you guys actually where some of the stuff was that we already had versus the stuff that we actually ended up buying today. So yeah, I got to do this quick so that me and Matthew are going to actually run to Ross. Then after that, I just need to get my little toys for my little puppies, and then hopefully they have some. And then after that, I think I'm done Christmas shopping. And that will be it. And then I think we might need to do one more last minute run to like Aldi or something like that, maybe one day during the week, like on a Monday or Tuesday maybe, just because there's some things like I didn't really come up with like the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day like breakfast or like food and stuff like that. I think we're actually going to get a local like Italian restaurant has like they're doing like a Christmas catering sort of thing. It's actually supposed to feed 12 people, so we might have that actually for like Christmas Eve dinner and then leftovers on Christmas Day. But I got a couple of things for like probably Christmas Day as well, because we do normally appetizers for most of the day, but like on Christmas Day, so or like, you know, kind of just like you can eat at your own pace kind of food too. So like I said, I didn't really come up with that, only because again, some of those things, because Christmas is still a week away, but we normally go grocery shopping on Friday and Saturday, and that would be Christmas Day and the day after Christmas. And so it's like, well, you know, like I said, it's 6 days from when we're buying this stuff to 7 days, and so, you know, like the stuff we're gonna need for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So that's why I was like, you know, I don't want to get some of the stuff because I don't know if it's gonna stay good. Like we sometimes do like French toast casserole in the slow cooker a lot of times for Christmas, but that involves fresh bread, and like that won't stay good. So again, there's a couple things that I have a plan of, but didn't entirely come up with that list, so we might have to still run out. For the most part, I think this pretty much covers all of our Christmas stuff. So I will show you guys Valley Produce first. We spent $46 at Valley Produce, I believe. I think 46 something. And at Aldi, I think it was $51, and then Menards was like 20 something. So there's a couple things that I don't have on the table for Menards, but I'll share everything with you guys. So this stuff all over here was from Valley Produce, sort of. Again, this stuff right here sort of was all of the actual baking stuff that we already had, that I just started setting out because it's stuff I know that we're gonna need. But this stuff pretty much all here was like $45 or $46. So they had on sale, they had a bunch of like cooking, baking things on sale, and some of this is stuff that we're using already. So they actually had Kraft mayo was on sale for $1.99, a limit of 2. Jello, which I got red and blue because I figured we might not actually use the Jello up until for like 4th of July for doing those red, white, and blue Jello cups. So that's why I was actually thinking of. So I got 2 or 3 of those. They were 79 cents each, a limit of 3. Heinz gravy, which is also 79 cents, I believe, or 99 cents, I think, a limit of 3. The Jet Puffed Marshmallow Cream for doing fudge with, this was 99 cents, I believe, limit of 3. The Carnation Evaporated Milk, also 99 cents, a limit of 3. This also too, there's a recipe for fudge on the back that I'm going to use, and it does call for evaporated milk. Cranberry sauce was, I think, also either 89 or 99 cents each, a limit of 3. And then I actually have a recipe, I think, for like a pork roast you can do with cranberry sauce. So that's what I was thinking, because my dad's really the only one that loves like cranberry sauce out of the out of the jar, or out of the can. And then also too, this Baker's chocolate baking bars, also for this fudge that's on the back, actually calls for using like Baker's chocolates, and so the baking bars. So that's what I got. I got 2 of these before on Thanksgiving. They had them on sale. The recipe calls for 3, so I might actually double the recipe and just use a little bit of like regular, like the chunk chocolate too, just kind of a little bit, and kind of split that difference. But anyway, so that was that. And then cheese ravioli was 99 cents. It was a limit of 2. This is one of the things that we'll probably do on Christmas Day, sort of as like a lunch appetizer sort of thing going on throughout the day. You just kind of feed yourself. Organic baby carrots were 150. Lettuce was I think 99 or 89 cents, something like that. Cucumber was I think 38 cents maybe. The avocados were maybe 88 cents or something. I ended up getting 4 of those. Also too, for one of the recipes I need almonds. I have enough, but I'll probably be almost out, so I ended up picking another pack up. That was $4.99 a pound. Got a little more than a pound, so that was $5.19. The Nestle Toll House semi-sweet, the chocolate chips in general were on sale, $5 for 3, but they did not have any more of the like regular semi-sweet chocolate, so this is all I have of just like regular chocolate chips. And so I only need actual chocolate chips, I think, for just the chocolate chip cookies. So then some of the other stuff too, like I said, the fudge and a couple of other things, the Muddy Buddy mix, I can actually use this instead as like the chunks. I can use the chunks in chocolate chip cookies too. It's just, I think for actual chocolate chip cookies, we're gonna use chocolate chips. And then the onions, these were $1.99 each, and they were a limit of 2 for like green bean casserole, and obviously you can add them to other things too, but these will probably stay in our pantry because we'll use these throughout the year too. So that's what some of the stuff was, but it's always a good time to stock up, kind of buy some of these things when they're on sale so cheap. Then over at Aldi, like I said, this stuff over here on this side of the table ended up being about close to, what did I say, 50 something dollars. So we ended up getting we got a thing of peanut butter because I don't know how much we have left, and I've got, again, the Muddy Buddy mix. I think we're doing peanut butter cookies from like homemade. So I know we have some peanut butter, I just didn't know how much, so I just picked up one little one because they didn't have the big jars left. Then also too, my dad picked up 2 bunches of bananas. I got some of this just for snack stuff for myself, Pop-Tarts, and then also some peanut butter wafers, probably for Matthew and Jack. And then these, we got 2 different types of like preserves for Kolachki cookies. This is the organic raspberry kind, and then just regular strawberry preserve. And then I needed, which I don't think I have enough of to do homemade gingerbread, was ground cinnamon. I needed this for another recipe too. Ground cloves and ground nutmeg. I was lucky they actually had, I think, like 1 or 2 of each left, so I was able to actually get them. I thought they were going to be out. And then chili sauce, because I also got some meatballs, which is another like appetizer sort of thing. You can do it with chili and jelly for like meatballs, for like appetizer sort of. So that's what we'll probably do for, again, Christmas Day. And then cauliflower was on sale for $1.89 I think, and then blueberries were on sale for $2.29 I believe. The crab meat my dad gets to do on salads. I also picked up a thing of powdered sugar, brown sugar, which were I think $1.50 each, just because I don't know how much I'm gonna need from the recipes. I didn't want to run out, so I know, again, there's several recipes, and for doing icing I know I needed confectioner sugar, and there's a couple again for the brown sugar, and I think I only have maybe 1-2 bags, so got that. And then also bread as well, some whipped topping. We got just a regular kind, and then we saw this and my dad was like, ooh, this looks kind of fun, my mom might like it. It's a peppermint mocha whipped topping cream, so we ended up picking up some of that too, because this is like their special holiday kind. And then got some regular French vanilla coffee creamer, and then also sugar, which I was upset. Sugar was $2.09. I did get 2 bags, but again, since we're doing a lot of homemade cookies, I didn't know how much we were gonna need or how much we'll go through. So I ended up picking up another thing of this, which, like I said, I got this for $150 before, and then I was like, oh, I don't really know, we don't really need to stock up that much, and now it was $2.09. So yeah, it was better time to have bought it at Caputo's or even at Aldi a different week, because now the price went up. I've noticed when it gets down to those last minute days, like the week or so before, it'll be on sale for like baking during December and holiday baking and all that stuff, and then like the week before Christmas, all of a sudden the price goes up. I have noticed this several times, and even in their ad as well, because I've been tracking it for the last couple years over like the holidays and stuff like that. This happens a lot, so that's why I kind of knew, I was like expecting actually the price was going to go up, but I did need another bag of that. We got milk, and then also my dad got some holiday gift boxes. Lastly, at Menards, because Aldi didn't have any of the Hershey's Kisses, so they actually didn't have any of the like holiday kind, so we just picked up the regular kind because no big deal. They're getting unwrapped anyway, who cares? But I don't know if I need 2 or 3 packages, because I really couldn't gauge how much was in here, because I need them for 2 recipes, both for the peanut butter cookies, the blossom cookies we're gonna do, which is I think on the back of the bag, and then also these pretzel rings we're gonna do, and you just put like the Hershey Kiss sort of in the middle, and then you can do M&Ms like over the top as well. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. And then with these wafer cookies I got yesterday, we're gonna do the Rolo, I don't know where the Rolos are, but like Rolo sandwich cookies as well. Here they are. We got some of those a while back. At first I was gonna do them in the rings, but then since we got that yesterday on sale, it was pretty much $1 a Jewel. I decided to do those with that because that's how we normally do them. We normally get the Utz brand of the wafer pretzels. Anyway, so back to Menards. We got 3 bags of those. We got 3 bags also of the M&Ms, because Jack has got a recipe that he's going to use for these M&Ms cookies on the back here. He actually has to do a like homemade cookie for his foods class. He gets extra credit for it if he does it. So he was like, sure, I'll go ahead and do that. So he's going to use this recipe, and this is going to be his cookie that he is responsible for. But we don't have a lot left in this bag, so we ended up getting some more of the actual holiday ones too. So we might actually just forego using that bag and just use the recipe and go with using the holiday ones so they look all holiday and whatnot. So we got 3 bags of those because I need that, and I think I'm going to add it to the Muddy Buddy mix as well. And then again too for the Hershey's Kisses on that. So I think that's what I need mainly the M&Ms for. And then also too, they did have hand soap on sale for 99 cents at Menards, so we got 2 things of that. Also had water on sale, which was $1.98, so we got 2 of those, and I also got my 2 newspapers. This was about 20 bucks with, again, all the other stuff, but these were like $3 I think, and these were close to $3 as well. So you can see there that's already like almost $9 for each set of that. So we spent around 20 something. Again guys, that does it for the haul. Like I said, today's vlog might be kind of long depending on everything that we're gonna do, but me and Matthew are gonna now go run to Ross, try and get this stuff put away. My dad might help put some of this stuff away. Then we're gonna go run to Ross, then we are going to come back here and start on all of the baking stuff. So I got a large coffee today from Starbucks. I think I'm going to need it because I think I got like around 7 hours of sleep last night, but I don't feel tired right now. But there's a lot of stuff that has to get done in one day, and it'll probably carry over into tomorrow too. But like I said, obviously there's a bunch of stuff that we need to get going on and all of that. So anyways guys, yeah, probably see you all later. So cookie update guys. Well, me and Matthew got back from Ross, spent $10 on the dogs toys, and now we have got first thing I ended up making was the Rolo candies. These are all made, the Rolo candy like sandwiches. It's just you put them in for I think $2.50 for like 3 to 5 minutes with the pretzels, and then you just smush a second pretzel on the top. So those were quick and fast. Jack and my dad ended up unwrapping all that stuff. We've got, it looks like we haven't cleaned up the table since we came back from the grocery stores, but that's all the stuff we just need for baking. Then Matthew, who's been amazing and has been making all of the cookie dough, he made well, he was supposed to have done 4 different batches of cookies. I'll tell you guys what ended up happening actually. So we ended up doing 3 different types of cookies from the KitchenAid actual like recipe book. Just because I thought it'd be easy for Matthew because he's actually never used the mixer before. So we ended up going with, just went in order. First we did chocolate chip cookies. Those are actually cooling right now. Doing peanut butter cookies. He made the dough for that, and that is currently sitting here actually because I had stuff in the oven first to do the Rolo ones. So that's why we sort of waited. We didn't have to chill the dough, but we just sort of waited until like in between each like set, you know, so they weren't like waiting on the next set. So anyways, that is done. That's the peanut butter stuff, and they've got the sugar sitting out. We're gonna do the blossom cookies. Then the next one was the sugar cookies, which he ended up also doing. And I like the KitchenAid recipe books because it doesn't actually make a whole ton. Like the sugar cookies are 48 cookies. I think it's sort of around the same. Like the peanut butter cookies are 36, so it's not like a huge crazy amount since we're not doing like, you know, we don't need to really double the recipe. The chocolate chips are 54 cookies roughly. You know, so again, I was like, okay, that's good. Then we have the other recipe book, which is this Martha Stewart cookies book. And in here, I have 2 that we're going to do from in there. My mom had a list of like cookies that she wanted done. And so again, we ended up grabbing the recipes just out of here for ones that we were going to do. Got in here these almond horns that we're going to do. This one is just going to be a little difficult. I said wait on doing these just because the almonds have to be like ground in the food processor. So I was like, hang on, wait on that. So I told Matthew, I go, okay, so go ahead and do the gingerbread, these gingerbread snowflakes, because my mom wants to do gingerbread cookies. So as you guys can tell, when the book is sitting flat, it automatically flips to this sugar cookie cutout recipe. So I ended up doing a second batch of sugar cookies afterwards. I was supposed to have done the gingerbread ones. So, and it flipped, and he didn't see that I had the pages marked, so he thought it was just the one that I flipped to. And so he ended up doing, which was a big batch of sugar cookies. Instead of the smaller 48, it probably made like, it's like a double the recipe of what that one is, because as you guys can see in a second, this was the Martha Stewart cookie dough recipe. This was the smaller KitchenAid one from the KitchenAid recipe, so it's like half the size. So what we're gonna do with the first set of the sugar cookies is we're gonna do snickerdoodles, and then we're just gonna do regular sugar cookies with the other one with like icing. So, anyways guys, that was sort of what ended up happening. While that was unfortunate, and because Matthew actually has a like game tournament thingy that he has going on, he needed to start practicing around 2:30, and it's currently almost 3 o'clock right now. So he just like finished up, kind of helped clean up some of the stuff, but he left us with 2 sets of the sugar cookies instead of the gingerbread also. So on my list, I finished doing the fudge. We have again the sugar cookie dough done. The Rolo cookies are completely done. We've got oatmeal scotchies that we're going to still do, and we haven't even started any of that yet. Chocolate chip cookies are done and cooling. The peanut butter cookies are currently, we're waiting on, I don't know where the rollers went. So my dad and Jack have been doing that, and they've got a whole system worked out, and they've been getting through all that really well as well. And the almond crescent cookies I showed you guys, those ones were the ones from the Martha Stewart recipe, which I just want to wait because again the almonds have to be ground up. So I'm gonna, like I said, do that like on my own time separately. And then my dad's doing kolaches pretty much himself, but I'll be here to help and make sure he's using a teaspoon and a tablespoon or something. And then again the gingerbread cookies, which Matthew was almost had at least the dough done, and apparently not. Muddy Buddy mix, Jack's gonna do that I think after he's done with the cookies that need to be rolled out. The M&M cookies, Jack's gonna do those from scratch. The pretzels, I need to wait until after the peanut butter cookies are done to find out how many kisses we're gonna have left over. And then we have the snickerdoodle dough done. We just have to do the snickerdoodle. So I think what's gonna happen is my dad's gonna make the kolache dough, and then we're also gonna do the we're gonna bake the peanut butter ones, bake the snickerdoodles, and leave the sugar cookies actually until tomorrow, and then also the kolaczkis, and do that. But a couple of the other things can still be done. Like I said, the Muddy Buddy mix, the pretzels, and stuff like that. Also, if you guys haven't been able to tell, I had a lot of coffee today. Still not done drinking. It's 3 o'clock. So anyways, yeah, I think that we're moving along. Actually, most of the stuff's getting done. My most painful part in doing cookies that I can't stand the most is having to do all of the dough. And Matthew's actually been doing that, which is awesome. I've just been like sort of hopping around and being like, yeah, this has to get done, that has to be done. You know, again, and doing the fudge. I did the homemade fudge from the recipe on the back of the marshmallow fluff stuff. So anyways, guys, yeah, that is how everything has been going so far. It's probably going to be a 2 days worth of baking at least, but we ended up adding a whole nother cookie in there because Matthew ended up, like I said, making that one up. It was, like I said, that's the only thing that could have possibly happened, because I looked at his dough and I was like, that doesn't look as brown as gingerbread is supposed to look. Like, you know, it looks a little bit more brown, and this stuff looked very like blonde, sort of like sugar cookies. And then all of a sudden I was like, he's like, am I supposed to be doing this kind? And I was like, no, you're supposed to be doing the gingerbread. I had the little pages marked. And he's like, I didn't know. So, yeah, because it flipped to that page. So anyways, guys, that is an update on cooking. I'll give you guys maybe another one later the afternoon for right now. But I got to get back to sort of whatever else is going on. Last update for the night is a little after 11 o'clock right now. The fudge I ended up making, I actually got 2 small little containers of fudge in here, and then also the big fudge in here as well, which is awesome, guys. It actually tastes really good. I think it turned out like, you know, I mean, it was firm, not rock hard, but it wasn't runny or anything like that either. So I'm going to assume that this is actually probably my first successful attempt at making candy, because I had to like use the meat thermometer, you know, get the butter up to a certain temperature and all that stuff, which when I've made fudge in the past has been an easy. I just actually do it in the microwave and melt like a bag of kisses along, or sorry, not kisses, chocolate chips along with a, then I think maybe it's like 2 or something like that to 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. And that's how I do it. There's some easy, like, I think you can look it up on Pinterest. I think it's like a 3-ingredient fudge recipe or something like that, and I think you add a little vanilla to it as well. But this one, it is pretty stinking good. So like I said, it's my first, I think, successful attempt at it. You guys can probably tell too, I am like exhausted now today. I'm done. And then up here, guys, in this top cabinet, this is all of our cookies that we have. We have got, these were the pretzel M&Ms that we ended up doing, which they turned out, it seemed like, for the most part. Some of them though, like the Hershey Kiss, didn't seem like it melted and like stuck to the chocolate or the pretzel as well. The other thing we have up there is Jack made those, I don't know if you guys can see, Jack made those M&M cookies, M&M cookies. And then that is 2 bags of like, well, that's 1 bag of like Muddy Buddy mix or puppy chow, whatever you call it. The second bag is right here, because I did 2 batches because I really love puppy chow, or Muddy Buddy mix, whatever you call it. I think there's a lot of other names for it too. And then we also did the chocolate chips. We did snickerdoodles are right there too. I can actually look off of my list. So yeah, fudge got done. The Rolo, I think I showed you guys those. The Rolo pretzel like treats, the chocolate chip cookies, the peanut butter blossom cookies, whatever you call those as well, the Muddy Buddy mix, the M&M cookies, the pretzels with the Hershey Kisses, and then the M&M, and then also the snickerdoodles. So those all ended up getting done. And then we also made the sugar cookie dough, and my dad made the kolaczki dough as well, pretty much. And then we ended up making what we still have to make tomorrow. Matthew needs to make the oatmeal scotchies, the almond crescent cookies, which I ended up actually I needed to toast a cup of almonds and then put them in the food processor. So this is all of that for those cookies. It's like pretty much finely ground, sort of, I guess, but that is one thing we'll need for tomorrow that I knew was going to be like one of those weird extra things that's going to take more time to do, and so I was like, let's just get that done tonight since I'm already in here doing this. And that's while we were making the Muddy Buddy mix. I was making that and then letting it cool, and then by the time we were done with that, was able to actually just throw it in the food processor, like I said. And then we have to still do gingerbread dough. And then we have to make the sugar cookies, make the oatmeal scotchies, make the almond crescent cookies, make the klatchkis, and make the gingerbread cookies. And we also have to make the icing to go with the sugar cookies too. And then I'm not sure what we're doing with the gingerbread cookies either. Like, I'm not sure what we're turning them into. Like, so, we'll have to see. Like, I don't know if we're gonna do icing with them, or like, I don't really know what type of, I think maybe you do royal icing with like gingerbread. See, I don't think so though. Because royal icing is not, is like, you know, when you do like a gingerbread house, I think it's a different type of icing or like frosting or whatever, and I don't know what type of that is. Actually, I think Martha in her holy grail of cookies, she might, I think there's actually like the recipe for the icing in there, or frosting, whatever it is. So that was, like I said, I got that for doing the gingerbread cookie dough we're gonna do from that, and then also too, again, these almond ones that I had to pre-do almond stuff with. So that's what that looks like, guys. That is the end. We're almost done. We should have all of our cookies done in 2 days pretty much. And I think that's everything everybody wanted. All of the, like I said, all the stuff is done. We're also probably not going to be eating all of these ourselves, making some of it for other people too. Like, I think we're going to do like a cookie exchange with Matthew's girlfriend's family as well. So yeah, and you know, maybe we'll give them to neighbors or something like that too, because I feel like we have a lot of cookies, like just a lot of different varieties too. And it's like, when you want a lot of different varieties of cookies though, the problem is that like even a small batch still makes a good amount of cookies. So like, you still will wind up having like 20, 30, 40, 50 cookies or something like that in like one batch sometimes. And you know, it's like, then you gotta go and figure out like, okay, well, I guess we're only gonna make these kind of cookies because we got so many of this one kind, instead of like, okay, I want like maybe just like 10, you know, chocolate chips, maybe 10 you know, pieces of fudge, 10 sugar cookies, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it's like, when you make one recipe, it's like a huge big batch. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna finally get to bed, go take a shower, get to bed. I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny pieces tomorrow. So bye, guys.